Okay, hi there. Jason here with another spicy 407 tutorial on how to do the knee-jerk reflex. So, first of all, of course, we have to do the informed consent. So someone asked me informed consent.
Informed consent?
Yes, I have done the informed consent. And so, what we have here now is the setup for the knee-jerk reflex. Now, number one, what you want to do is you want to clean the skin. So you take some alcohol and we rub it on there to, decrease the amount of dead skin. And so you decrease the resistance. And then we place the two electrodes right here on the vastus medialis, 2 centimeters apart, red one proximal, going into G1. The black one, which is distal, goes into G2. And then we have the ground, which is connected to the cable, going into the ground. As well, we have what Rimsha just showed, the ankle plate, which captures all of the excess charges that we want to filter out. We also put that onto the ground. See that? So the ground filters out all the excess charges, and also the same charge between the two electrodes. So this way we improve the signal. Now what happens is we take the low pass for the amplitude and we set it at 30. So everything below 30 is filtered out, and everything above 300 hertz or 0.3 kilohertz is also filtered out. Amplification at 100. Be sure to turn it on. And try and keep it away from the power cord to minimize 60 hertz interference, which could also change your signal. So we have all our settings right, hooked it up, and as the signal goes into the amplifier, it comes out on this side using this cord, the output, and it goes all the way in the wire through to channel 1. Now we want to switch this to AC as we're using human subjects. Volts per division doesn't really matter, but you want to choose one where the signal is maxed, but it doesn't go above, so you get the highest resolution without going above. All of these settings should be set, so intensity should be not too bright because you don't want to hurt your eyes, but not too dim so you can't see the signal. So this would be a good intensity. All these signals, you want to leave the buttons unpushed, except for this one. You leave this one at 25. Store, you leave that unpushed for now. The position, you want to position it so that it's about in the center line, or down there, it doesn't really matter, as long as you can measure it correctly. Position, course, fine. This one as well, you want to center it so you get a very nice reading. Mode, channel 1, obviously. Norm, this one I don't know what you do, but you leave it at that. The channel 2 we're not using, so it doesn't really matter, you can do whatever. This one, second/division, you want to choose a nice second/division so that you can measure the time interval on the screen. This one, just leave it. For this one, this is the trigger. So you want to leave this on external, and this one on DC. This one actually corresponds to the hammer. So what happens is when the hammer clicks, this will tell it to start recording, which will record the knee-jerk response. So what you do is you go on here, you take this, and when you're ready to actually do the knee-jerk response, you hold it onto single sweep and you press reset. Now this will prime the oscilloscope to do the knee-jerk reflex. So you want the subject seated, and you want their leg to be not on the ground. So something like this. obviously, during the real experiment, you want them ideally on the table. You have them hold their hands to try and, have a good knee-jerk response, and then you go like, boom. Oh, wait.
Yeah. So you know. Yeah.
I forgot you have to actually put it on store. Okay, so that was a mistake. You put it on store, and then you reset again, and you go. No, why isn't it working?
Yeah, setup.
Okay, single sweep, trigger level. Okay, store.
So what happens is this rod.
So it sounds. That's definitely.
There you go.
That's
There you go.
definitely signaling working. So you won't have to capture the signal, but you will do what you need to say. You need to understand how to store it. You need to understand how to reset it.
Okay, basically the problem was I didn't have it
So the electrodes.
the thing the volts per division was too small, so I didn't get a signal. But as you can see right here, the dot is where the hammer hit, and then the deflection upwards from right there from baseline was my quadriceps actually responding to the knee-jerk reflex. And that is how you do knee-jerk reflex. If you sound.